Hi guys, my name is Kim and you're watching episode number 3 of the video podcast, Me and My Dog and Some Yarn. I'd like to welcome everybody back and I am super excited about this episode. If you watched last week's episode, I told you about the yarn crawl here in Texas. It's in the Hill Country. And my mom and I went over the weekend and we had so much fun. I cannot wait to tell you about it and share some of the things that I picked up. I picked up something to give as a prize, so I'm going to have my first contest in our group. And I'm really excited about that. So I guess we'll get started. Let's see. This week I have done nothing but knit on my Boxy Sweater, and to be honest, I did not have a lot of time this week to knit. Seems like I worked a little late a few days, and by the time I got home and did cooking and dishes and taking care of animals and things like that, I didn't have a whole lot of time, but I did knit on Boxy. The pattern is an oversized sweater by Joe G. Locatelli. And as you guys know, I'm knitting it on Patton's stretchy sock. I love the way it knitted up and washed up for my son's socks, so I decided to knit it out of this yarn. And as you can see, I didn't get very far. I'm knitting on the front. I've split it from it's knit in the round, so I've split it from the front and the back. And I'm knitting on the front now, and I'm supposed to knit 5 inches before the next set of directions, and I almost have 5. I think it's about 4 or 4 1/4, so I'm really close to doing that. I need to have the sweater done by November because my husband is taking me to New York, and I'm super excited about that. So hopefully I will get this done. That's all I have. It's mostly what I've been concentrating on. But I have gotten bored with it, to be honest. Sweaters, cardigans, any huge projects, I tend to get bored. So I did deviate a little bit this week, and on Tuesday night while I was watching NCIS, which is one of my favorite shows, I decided to knit something different. I knitted it in a day, so it's my finished objects. Put this down. So my finished objects is called, I made one ornament. The pattern is called Balls Up. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I didn't really follow the Fair Isle pattern. I knitted it solid out of Knit Picks Stroll. It turned out really well. The pattern is by General Hog Buffer, and it was from 2011. It is free. I changed it up just a bit. First, I will tell you, I went to Michael's and I purchased plastic Christmas balls. I chose plastic because if they break, they won't cut me. And I'm accident prone. So I purchased these plastic balls at Michael's. They're 99 cents a piece at my Michael's, and here's the tag. Celebrate it. They're 67 millimeter plastic balls. They were 99 cents. And they are not with the Christmas items, like the decorations and ornaments that they have. They are on a craft aisle with nothing but craft Christmas items. So if you don't see them in your Christmas section, go over to the craft section and take a look. So I knitted these. I went up a needle size. I knitted them on 2.75 millimeters instead of 2.5. I used Knit Pick Stroll. And and this is I think this is, I don't know which one this is, but it is Stroll. It, as you can see, it looks stripe on one side. It's just the way the yarn did. It looks solid on the other side. I love to decorate for Christmas. I put up 4 trees, and hopefully I can take some pictures of those in December when they're up. But I had planned when I started when I created my craft room that I would put up a tree. I put up a tree in the kids' rooms. I decorate them for their college colors. Vincent is Texas Tech, so his is black and red. He has a black tree with a bunch of red ornaments, a bunch of football ornaments. Tori's is orange and blue for Auburn University, and hers has football ornaments as well. So Tori will be out of town this year, so I'm probably going to put up her tree, her Auburn tree, here in my craft or knitting room because she'll be sleeping in here. So, but next year I plan on having a tree with nothing but knitted ornaments. And so this is my start. This is my first one. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to have to get a little box to start filling my ornaments up with. I'm excited. Okay, so that is all I have for works in progress and for finished objects. So I will move on to the vintage knitting book or knitting magazine section of my podcast. Over the week, well, last weekend here in Houston, we had a cold front, or wasn't really a cold front. It was a cool front, but it felt wonderful because in the summer we can have 90 to 100 degree, extremely hot, humid heat, and it's horrible. If you're not used to it, I'm sure it's even worse. I don't know, even being born in Houston and living here all my life, I don't think I ever actually get used to it. It's just something that we put up with. So I love the fall. I love the winter. I love being able to wear sweaters and scarves, and I don't wear a lot of mittens, but sometimes I do. If it gets near freezing, I'll put mittens on. So anyways, the book I'm going to show you is called Caps and Mittens for Everybody. And it's from Bernat. Super cute little book. I like the little cartoon characters. Snowing and playing in the snow. Trying to ice skate. Just looking at this makes me think of winter and how I'm so anxious for the cooler weather. Look at this little picture down here with the girl and her dog. It reminds me of Dottie, who is laying here on the floor snoring. So if you hear somebody snoring, it's Dottie. So anyways, I will show you some of the pictures. Pictures are part of my favorite thing to look at when I look through these vintage books. They're so cute. I like how some of these hats cover the ears. I think that's great. Here's another one. These are for children. Children, preteens. There's 2 little girls in caps. So cute. Here's here. That one looks crochet that I just showed you. I thought all of these were knit, but some of them might be crochet. Here's a little Tam. Oh, I'm uncoordinated today. Sorry. I'm not trying to make you dizzy or sick. And there's a little boy with a cap. It has, it's got like a scarf knitted into it. This one's really cute. I like this one that the girl is wearing. It's got little pearls sewn onto it. These are just really cute. Definitely puts me in the mood for some cooler weather. So this weekend it got up to 80 again. Last week it was in the 70s and it felt wonderful. And now this week is in the 80s. I think that one is crocheted. Yes, it is. That one's crocheted. I've seen something similar to this one on Ravelry. Wait, this one right here. That's cute. That little girl reminds me of the girl on The Sound of Music. I love that movie. The smallest girl, the youngest one, looks like her. This one, even though this book is from 1962, this one reminds me of the 70s. It's got little loops all over the hat. Some more. Well, that's cute. That's Fair Isles. Not very good at that. Maybe someday. This, I love this one right here. It's little furry, I don't know what you would call it, a tam or beret. This is the pillbox hat that was so popular back in '62 with First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. Oh, and look at the slippers. My grandmother used to knit slippers all the time, and she knitted some. I think she had a pattern similar to this orange one right here. I don't think hers had cables. This one has cables. Oh, did you guys see this one at the bottom? The black one? It's got sequins all over it. That is so cute. Now I'm in the mood to knit slippers. You guys might be seeing some slippers in a week or two. Instructions. There's more hats for children. It's cute. It's got pom-poms. And it's knitted out of Angora. It's got that little fez going on. I like that. And then here's two more. Super cute. Here's that. It's cute. Look at this one. Humpty Dumpty. So cute. Oh, and babies. Cute little baby. Well, sorry guys. Cute little baby hats. No more baby hats. Super cute. Look at this one. That's unusual. Well, no. Well, here's this. But check this one out. Looks like it's got like a part up in the hat that maybe pulls out and you can wrap around the child's neck to keep her warm. I don't know. That's odd. I've never seen that before. And boy has a little stocking cap, Fair Isle, and then the girl has the crocheted. Well, sorry guys, I'm not doing this very well today. The girl is wearing a crocheted toboggan with a scarf. Very cute. I think that might be it. Here. And then mittens. Very cute. So that was my vintage knitting book for this week. Caps and Mittens for Everybody by Bernat. Again, if you would like to see a particular knitting book, you can look through my library on Ravelry. My username is Blackhorse, BLACKHORSE. And yeah, let me know if there's a particular one that you would like to see, and I would love to show you. So the next section, and what I've been looking forward to telling you about, is the Texas Yarn Crawl. It's called the Best Little Yarn Crawl in Texas. This is the 7th year that they've had it, but it's the first year that my mom and I have been, and we had so much fun. We took a bunch of pictures, so I'm going to post those on my blog, probably, I guess, Monday or Tuesday, I guess. So I printed out, let's see, hang on, let me show you something. Okay, so what you do is you pay $10. And they will either mail you the passport if you sign up early enough, and if not, you can just pick up your passport at your first stop. There were 11 stores in the Hill Country area. That's, if you're not from Texas, that's between Austin, San Antonio, up in the central part of Texas. It's my favorite. It's the prettiest. That's where I would like to live someday. But yeah, so you pay $10 and you get a passport. And as you visit each store, they stamp it with their own stamp. So you can see that I went to the Gauge Knits, I went to Happy You, I went to Hill Country Weavers, Old Oak Ranch, and the Knitting Nest. Those are all near Austin. So we got up super early, and I picked my mom up around 6:30. I had planned to pick her up at 6. I was running late. I was on call, so I got some calls in the middle of the night, plus I wasn't feeling very well. And so I was just running late, but we still had fun. We were only 30 minutes late. We stayed out till almost 8 o'clock last night. And so we went to the Knitting Nest first. The Knitting Nest is in Austin, Texas. They gave us, when we got there, they gave us our card. We filled out the back with our personal information in case we had accidentally left the card somewhere. If you get all of these stamped, it goes on for 2 weeks. If you get all of them stamped, you can mail it in, and you can possibly win a $500 gift card or a prize worth $500. I'm not sure. I didn't read it very closely because I knew we weren't going to go to all of them. So we went for just the day. So our first stop was the Knitting Nest. I had been there before. The Knitting Nest is located at 8708 South Congress, Suite 570 in Austin, Texas, 78745. The Knitting Nest. This is our little booklet that they gave us. It had the address and a little map, and then examples of what they carry, a little write-up on each one. So we went there first. What did I buy? Oh, so when we got there, we got our 7th annual Hill Country Yarn Crawl Best little yarn crawl in Texas, and then it has the dates October 11th through the 20th, 2013. It's a zipper bag. You can keep a project inside. So, Stacy Klaus is the shop owner. She is super nice. I talked to her last time I was there. She's actually from League City, which is part of Houston, south of Houston. So her and her husband moved up there, started the store, and she is really sweet. I like her. So while I was there, I purchased... Sorry, guys. I should have been more coordinated. It's, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Bonota Yarns Labyrinth. And it is in the candy corn colorway. I love this yarn. I have not knitted from it yet. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. Here's the website if you're interested. Can you guys see that? Bernat Yarns. Oh, it's not a website. It's her email. Sorry. I don't know if she has a website. But yeah, I love this. I guess she's from Austin, Texas. Hand dyer from Austin, Texas. I cannot wait. I'm gonna make socks with this. Socks. Yay. Okay. So that was the Knitting Nest in Austin, Texas. Second stop was the Hill Country Weavers, and I had not been to this store before. Last time I went to Austin, some of my knitting friends asked me, did you go to the Hill Country Weavers? And I said, no. Where's that? Well, it's on South Congress also, not very far from the Knitting Nest. They said, the store is amazing. They have so much in there. You've got to check it out. And they were right. My mom and I wanted to spend a long time in there. It's called the Hill Country Weavers. And store owner was very nice too. I did not catch her name. She's very friendly, very helpful. The address is 1701 South Congress, Austin, Texas, 78704. They do have a website. It's www.hillcountryweavers.com. And I noticed they have a huge selection of clearance yarn. They have a room in the back where they actually have weaving machines set up that you can weave. They're very pretty. I just don't have time or space to weave, but I think it's really neat. If I had time, I might give it a try. But yeah, they are also known for their patterns. They put out patterns that are really, really cute. And I didn't tell you earlier, but each store that you visited gave you at least 1 to 2 patterns. And the free patterns, they're exclusive only for the yarn crawl. And the pattern, let's see if I can find it. I believe, yes, this is the Hill Country Weaver pattern that was given out. It's called Travis Lake. It's actually a weaving pattern. I don't weave. So if any of my viewers weave and you would like this pattern, I will give it to you because I'll never use it. So if you're interested in this pattern, I will give it away for free. You can go to my group on Ravelry, me and my dog and some yarn, video podcast group. And, actually, you know what? If you want this pattern, message me on Ravelry. Okay, my username is Blackhorse. The first person who messages me and leaves their, address on where I can mail this to you, I will get it in the mail. Okay. So it's called the Scoop, and it's an infinity cow. Very cute. It's a cute pattern. I just won't ever use it because I don't leave. So message me if you'd like it, and the first person that messages me on Ravelry will get the pattern. But let's see. I guess that was the only pattern they gave. I thought they gave 2 patterns. Give me a second. Well, you know, I'm not so sure. Maybe they just gave 1. Oh, no, here's the second pattern. And this one is called the Scoop. It is also an infinity cow. Super cute. It's called Beauty Berry. No, it's called the Scoop. It's designed by Anna Clarick. And it's really, really cute. This one is knit in the round, size 6 needles, and it uses Yarn Carnival high wire 3-ply, super washed, 1 skein. Super cute. Okay, so that was the Hill Country Weavers. Third stop was Gauge Knits, and I had been there before. It's a smaller shop in the southern part of Austin. Very nice store. It's located at 5406 Park Crest Drive, Austin, Texas, 78731. And they do have a website, www.gaugeknit.com, and Gauge is Gaugeknit. Gauge Knit. Well, the website is printed as gaugeknit.com, but it's actually Gauge Knits, so I'm not so sure. It might be a misprint in the book. But this was exciting. I liked this stop. Let's see. Here. I bought several things at the store. I bought me a Knitter's Pride round view sizer. I always seem to lose my my needle sizer, needle gauge, so I bought one. Never hurts to have an extra, right? Okay, so while I was there, I met the independent dyer called Dizzy Lettuce. And she was super, super sweet. I really liked talking to her. This is Dizzy Lettuce for Gauge Knits. And this is called Speckled Bird. And my camera, that is pretty true to color from what I can tell. It is a lace weight yarn. It's 65% silk. 65% silk, 35% linen. It is 774 yards, and it's a lightweight fingering. I'm sorry, it's not lace. It's very lightweight fingering. So it's called the Speckled Bird, and yeah, I love this one. I almost didn't get this, and I kept looking at it, and I kept going back at it, and I thought, you know what, if I don't buy this, I'm going to be thinking about it the rest of the day. So I went ahead and bought it. And then I also bought Dizzy lettuce. Another Dizzy lettuce. This one is called Dizzy lettuce cash worsted. And it is made out of 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's 205 yards. It's a light worsted weight. And the colorway is called Spiritual Heart. So I love this. It is a maroon, a deep red, and it's just gorgeous. It's prettier in person than on my screen. I'm sorry, it's not. It's a little washed out on the camera. That might be more true color on here. It's really, really soft. I don't know why I have to smell everything, but I do. Okay. It smells good. Alright, so that is what I bought at the Gauge. And let's see. She gave me, the dyer went ahead and gave me free patterns when I bought this this yarn, the Spiritual Heart Dizzy lettuce cash worsted. She gave me the 2 patterns to go with the yarn. So I am planning on knitting this this hat out of this yarn. I bought it particularly for that. So you will see that someday. After I finish my Boxy, I have to finish my Boxy first. But while I was at the Gauge, they gave us patterns as well. And I'm not sure. I have a whole stack of patterns here. Is this it? Oh, no. This is it. They gave us the Knit Aster pattern. This is a really nice way of doing a pattern. It's completely in color. And, well, and then it's in, here's a crochet pattern, also the Crochet Aster. I am not doing well. I'm sorry. Here. You can see the picture better. And that was great. I like that. 2-sided. Not so much paper for me to keep up with. So, really like that. Third on our list was the, let's see, where do we go next? We went to the Happy You. The Happy You is in, I think it's in Johnstone. Johnstone? Is that right? I'd never been there. I guess it's on the northern part, or, yeah, I think it's northern part of Austin. It's outside of Austin, just a little ways, not far. It probably took us 20-30 minutes to get there. I passed it up. I had to turn around. As I passed it, I was like, oh my gosh, there it is. So we had to turn around. It's out on a bunch of hills, so we turned around. It was alright. At least we didn't pass it and not see it, because that would have been bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here it is. The Happy You. It's in it's in Jonestown. It's at 18360 FM 1431 Suite B, Jonestown, Texas 78645. I'd never been to Jonestown. I'd never even heard of Jonestown. But anyways, their website, www.happyoufibers.com. This was an amazing store. I loved going in here. They had all kinds of spinning wheels, and I am dying to learn how to spin, so I might go buy a spinning wheel someday from them, and I'm going to have to see if someone gives lessons. If any of you guys are from Houston and you know anybody who gives lessons here in Houston, that would be great. But if not, maybe I could take a day or two to go up there. Here's some pictures of inside their store. It's a small little store, but they had a lot of things. And this is where I bought a yarn for you guys for the contest. On my trip, I tried to buy all Texas yarns because for some reason I haven't been able to find them too much here in Houston. So I wanted to buy Texas yarns, and so I bought what? But this is not Texas yarn, okay? This is called Woolly Wonka. I've heard another podcast talk about Woolly Wonka, but I didn't go searching for this yarn, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, I've heard of that, Woolly Wonka. It is a dyer from New Mexico, and this one is called Woolly Wonka. This is Rian sock. I don't know if I'm saying it right. RHIANNON sock. It's 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's 435 yards. And this one is amethyst is the colorway. And I'll either make a pair of socks or maybe a shawl. It's super soft. I think it would be pretty as a shawl because it's real I think it would knit up drapey. So I might do that. But I bought you guys something. This is what I'm going to give away as the prize. It is Woolly Wonka. It is the same type of sock yarn. It's 75% merino, 25% nylon, and it's 435 yards. And it's called Dragon's Lair is the colorway. And so if you guys would like to win this as a prize, I am going to open up a contest thread in our group, and what I want you to do is tell me, and I'm stealing this from other podcasters because I'm not very creative, tell me what you would knit using this. It's 435 yards, so tell me what you would knit if you won this, and if you could link a pattern to it, that would be great, because that way people will possibly find a new pattern that way, one they haven't discovered yet. So I'm going to set this to the side, and next Sunday when I record again, I will draw a name. So I'll keep that thread open for a week. So I will go open that in a few minutes when I finish here. And so that was my fourth stop. The Happy U in Jonestown, Austin. Okay, so while I was at Hill Country Weavers, which is in Austin, which was our second stop, a lady was talking to my mother and me about another place. You know what? I forgot to show you what I got at Hill Country Weavers. I'm sorry. Having a senior moment. They're starting early, but it happens. I purchased, well, my mom bought me something. She bought me a yarn bowl, and I have been wanting a yarn bowl forever. And she told me to go ahead and pick one out. It was extremely hard to decide which one to get. The color is not showing very well on my camera, but it is a almost black, but it's purple down here, and then it's pink and purples on the top. It's glazed. It's very smooth. I'm so excited about this. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. And I'm going to start using it tonight. But the next yarn, the yarn that I bought while I was at Hill Country Weavers, it is actually from Ireland. So it's not a Texas yarn. It's called Sock Yarn Hedgehog Fibers. Hedgehog Fibers. And this is the Villain colorway. I love pink. I love, love, love pink. And this is pink and yellow. It's just a very happy color. Here's the label. Wow. Turn it around correctly, Kim. No, I can't get it to focus. I'm sorry, guys. I can't get it to focus. It's called Hedgehog Fibers, hand-dyed yarn. The Villain colorway, it is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. And it's so, so pretty. I love pink. I have a pink knitting bag that I carry around everywhere. It is a Namaste pink bag. And then I put my little project bags inside that bag. And I can slip each project bag out, put a new one in, whatever I want to take with me. And this pink reminds me of my knitting bag. So these will probably be socks. Okay, so moving on. So while we were in Hill Country Weavers, there was a lady who was also on the crawl, and she was talking about where she had gone, and she asked us where we were going to go. We told her, and she goes, well, if you can, you need to go to Comfort, and you need to go to Wimberley. And we couldn't make Comfort. That's too far. That's on the other side of San Antonio. So we thought, well, it's early. We went to 4 stores before lunch. It was only 11:30. So my mom and I went to eat at Mi Madre in Austin. It is a Mexican restaurant. We had never been there before, but the chips and salsa were awesome. They were so good. Spicy. I like spicy, so I like that. I kept thinking of my husband. I think he'll like it. If we ever go back to Austin, I will take him there. My mom and I had a chicken burrito, and it was so good. It had black beans in it, and I don't normally like beans, but it worked with this. And they brought out this green salsa, and it was extremely hot. I mean, I like spicy, but this was so spicy I didn't eat it. I used the red salsa that was on the table for the chips. So it was very good. So we ate there. We got a tea to go. And then we went to Old Oak Ranch. And that is where the lady at the Hill Country Weavers told us to go. She said we would be able to pet some llamas or some alpaca. And so we're like, okay, we're going to go pet some alpaca because that just sounded fun. So we got our little book, put in our address on our iPhone, and we ended up going to Wimberley. I had been to Wimberley before, but not, I'd never been to this place. I'd never heard of it. But I am so thankful that that lady told us to go there. And I don't know who you were, but I want to thank you. Thank you. It's the place we went to is called Old Oak Ranch, and this was my absolute favorite place from the crawl. It was so much fun. If you're ever in Texas and around the Hill Country between Austin and San Antonio is a town called Wimberley. One of my best friend's parents lived there, and we used to go there to visit them on the weekends while we were in college. Went up there for spring break. It was a lot of fun, but Wimberley is a really nice place. This place is located at 601 Old Oak Ranch Road, Wimberley, Texas, and when we started going down the street, my mom and I were thinking, There's no way a yarn store is out here. This is weird. I mean, this is just cows and cactus and, yeah, it's funny. But we passed a winery, we passed a place where they were having a wedding, and then we came up on it really quick, and sure enough, we turned in, and there's alpacas grazing, and yeah, grazing. Alpacas on both sides. As you drive in, you go through a little tiny narrow gate. Only one car can fit in at a time, so if somebody needs to pull in, they're just going to have to wait for you to get out. But you drive up, and it's a little hilly, and there's they have a garden on one side with a bunch of sculptures, and we took some funny pictures, and I will post that on my blog too. But yeah, you can walk up to the alpaca, and you can pet them. There was 3 in one pen that we saw, and then there was some more further away, but you couldn't get over there. I think the people who own this store probably live there and on that side, so they had a gate where you couldn't go through. But we got to pet some alpaca, and there was one that was very friendly. It was a white alpaca. And then there was a young white alpaca baby laying on the ground. She or he would not come over. And then there was a brown one. He wasn't very friendly at all, and he kept showing his teeth, but he was cute too. All alpacas are cute. So we went there. Definitely have to go here next year or anytime I'm in the area. The staff was very friendly and helpful. They gave us, let's see if I can find the pattern. It's definitely on my list to knit. How come I can't find it? Oh, what did I do with it? Well, I cannot find the pattern. I'm sorry, I can't find the pattern. Well, I guess I will just show you. No, here's the pattern. Here's the pattern. It's called Ranch Classic Infinity Stole. There's the pattern. And, of course, they spin their own yarn with their alpaca. And, of course, I had to buy some. It's called Old Oak Ranch. And this is Ranch Classic Peruvian Alpaca. The card. Oops. Card. And this is wonderful. It is, the colorway is nutmeg. My mom bought one too, and hers is very similar. I think hers is a little lighter, and hers is called Must. But mine is called Nutmeg, and I am going to knit this Infinity Cow. And yeah, I can't wait. It looks like the drape is really pretty. It's knit. Well, you can use this, or you can use the Lotus yarn Mimi Meek. They had that as well, but I really like this. So this is what I chose. It's knit on size 7 circular needles, and I can't wait to knit this. But I have to finish my Boxy first. And while I was there, my mom bought me something else, and Dottie has already tried to steal it. She bought me an alpaca. Oops. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. He is going to live in my knitting room. I love him so much. What did the lady call him? Choco Llama. This is a Choco Llama. So cute. They had different colors. My mom and I took the last chocolate colored ones. I bet they were selling out of these cute because quick as we left the store to go look at the alpacas, everybody that walked in the door was going, oh, look at the llamas, aren't they cute? And they'd bend over and pick them up. So I bet they sold out of these really quick. But yes, this is Chaco. He's going to live probably here on my desk for a while till I find him a spot. So after that, we went and got gas in the car, and we drove through Chick-fil-A to get a tea. And then, we stopped at a pie place in Kyle, Texas. You go through Kyle to get to Wimberley, to this, what was the name of it? Old Oak Ranch. So, and then on the way back, we went back through Austin and started going, that's making my nose itch. We started going back home to Houston. We went down 290. We got to Elgin, and we stopped at Southside Market, and we picked up some barbecue for our husbands and us, because we were hungry at that point and we hadn't had dinner. So we picked up barbecue. If you're ever in Elgin, my husband and I have been stopping there for years. It's called Southside Market. So definitely worth a stop. So we stopped there, and then on the way back we stopped at Page, which was our very last stop. In Page, there is a yarn shop called Yarn-A-Rama, and a really nice store. They have 2 rabbits inside their store, and the man told me their names are Coco and Chanel. I thought that was hilarious. Coco and Chanel. They were really cute. I don't remember which one let me pet it. I think it might have been Chanel. He said one was very friendly and the other one wasn't so friendly. And so he let me pet one of them. And it was so, so cute. So cute. Yeah, so Yarn-A-Rama in Page, Texas. If you're not familiar with Page, it's close to Giddings, and Giddings is halfway between Houston and Austin. Definitely worth a stop. I only bought one thing at that point because I was pretty much almost out of money. I had been saving for months for this trip, so yeah, I was almost out of money. So I bought, this is their yarn, Fiber Obsessions, and it is called Silver Lux Sock. It is, the colorway is Foggy Bottom. It's 420 yards, and it's 63% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% nylon, and 2% silver fibers. And it's really, really pretty. I bought the gray. I figured I would make probably a scarf out of this. Maybe socks. I don't know. I'll have to see. But they had some, they have weaving there, and they have spinning there. They have a bunch of, roving, and I almost bought some, but I don't really spin. I have one drop spindle that someone gave me in a swap, and I've practiced a little bit, but I'm not very good. So I passed up on the roving, but now I wish I would have bought it. The colorway was Blue Bonnets, and if you're not familiar with Texas and our state flower is the Blue Bonnets, and the color, it was perfect. I mean, it did look like Blue Bonnets. It was blue, and then it had the green for the grass and the leaves, and then it had a little bit of white in it, which Blue Bonnets are blue and white, and they're usually in a field of green grass. So the colorway was spot on. I mean, it was great, and I believe it was $17, and I held it for a while, and then I put it back, and I probably should have got it, but I don't have a spinning wheel, so I don't know, and I was confused. I mean, I don't spin, so I don't know. It was 4 ounces. I mean, is 4 ounces, I don't know, is that, how much how much would I be able to spend enough to make something out of that? Or did I need two? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it would be enough to make something out of, but I wasn't sure. So, and if I spin on my spindle, I mean, after I spin, do I go back and spin two threads together to get the different price? I don't know. I don't know anything about spinning, so I put it back, and I might go back later. Page isn't that far from Houston. From where I live, it's probably 45 minutes to an hour. So, yeah, I live on the north side of Houston, so northwest, so I could probably be there in less than an hour. So one day my mom and I might go back. There's a bunch of antique stores up near Giddings and Page, so we'll probably go there, and I might stop back by there and get me some roving. I don't know if they teach spinning. I'm going to have to check on that and see. But anyways, we had an excellent time, and we are looking forward to next year. Next year, maybe we can go for 2 days and spend the night. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, that was fun. So I've got 2 contests. Well, I've got 1 contest, which I will go open up the thread in a few minutes. And then I do have that 1 weaving pattern. If someone would like it, let me know. So I thank you for stopping by, and I do want to mention that I have had so many people join the group. Our group is really growing on Ravelry, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to read off the list of who has joined. So if you don't want to hear the list, you can go ahead, and I'll see you next week. And if you want to hear who's joined our group, I'm going to name them off real quick, and if I mispronounce your name, I'm extremely sorry. I want to apologize in advance. I'm not really good with reading some of these names, and sometimes I'll read them, and then later I'm like, you know what it was? And because the words sometimes run together. So here we go. Annie97, Creativa, Amira, Mama Bear 7, 5 Dogs Walking, Aco, Bouncy 1, Chain of Fools, Knittables, Becca Ann, This Piggy Knits, All That Cake Knits, Texas Dawn, Crafty Easy, Forever Knitting 31, Superfly Child, Tiny Owl Knits, Nani Knits, Mimi's Are Fun, DD0517, Apple 380, Simona Melanie, sorry, Twisted Knitter, who else? Knit by Nature, Penelope 10, Grammy Bug, Fido, Knitting Lady 54, Cadena 13, Elton Burger, Sledge Nut, Cookier 293, May G, Knitting Den, Silly Frew, Ploverbird, Casey Marie 74, Aunt Meg, Shannon at the Mom, Same Old Knit, Green Hood, Tally Cat, Diane 1650, Velveeta, scroll up here, Partner Whisper, Angela G. Harvey, Raving Loon, Mac, Kirby Werby, Owl Stitch, Life PSE, Kansan at Heart, Conita, I don't know. My Spanish is bad. Watch Me Spinning, Saratoga Knitting, Heather 219, C. Heapworth, Butterfly Jones 07, L. Mecoll, L-M-E-C-O-L-L, C. Sally Knit and Sew, Diecat, Reiki, Cieta, did I say that right? No. One Knitwit, 9 Grands for Grandma, 19 Vesper Street, DP Temple, 213 Chick, S01 Lotus, Acan, Yarn Girl 69, 6 Munchkin Stitchin', June Witch, Knitting for Life, Phyllis Joan 46, ULUSOY Dantel, and Mistress Wiseheart. So I'd like to thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you joining the group, and I can't wait to meet all of you and to see what you're working on, and I'm really, really excited. So thank you very much. And I guess I'll go ahead and end this podcast, and I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you here next week, next Sunday night. So bye. I'll talk to you soon.